Video lesson today is going to be about object-oriented programming. So what is object-oriented programming? It's a way of bundling code so that functions and variables can be all in one place. What is a class? A class is a kind of blueprint from which further objects can be instantiated. Because in an object-oriented programming language, anything you do within a class. So the notion of class is very important. So it's a kind of blueprint from which further objects can be instantiated, and it may have some elements, and the main elements are fields, methods, and constructors. A field is a type of variable declared within a class used for holding a property. A method is an object property that happens to be a function. And a constructor is a special method which is the first to be called whenever a new object is instantiated. An object is an instance of a class. So this is yet another very important notion in object-oriented programming. What is an object? An object is an instance of a class. What is an access modifier? There are three different types of access modifiers: public, private, and protected. When it comes to public, any class may have access to the given field. When it comes to private, it is only accessible within the given class. The descendant classes can't have access to it. And protected means that descendant classes may have access to it and modify it. And the notion of encapsulation refers to the bundling of data along with the methods that operate on that data. Okay, so now let's take an example. So we are going to create a console app project that targets .NET 3.1. So .NET new console. Let's call this project OOP. It stands for Object-Oriented Programming. And as I said, it is going to target .NET 3.1. So .NET Core App 3.1. Let's change directory. And let's open this project with VS Code. Hit yes. Okay, I'm going to delete this line. So this is the template. This is the template that has been generated. As you can see, we have a using directive called system. Using directives facilitate the use of namespaces. And a namespace is actually a module containing all the codes related to your application. Then we have a class called program, because anything you do within a class in C#, because C# is is an object-oriented programming language, and we have a static main method which accepts a string-typed array as a parameter. Okay, so first we are going to create some fields. So yes, but before that we are going to create a new class. So let's use this, and the name of this class is going to be person. And now we are going to create some fields. You know, a field is a variable that has been declared within a class. So first we should specify the access modifier. So it is going to be public string. The data type is going to be string. So we are going to use the string keyword. And now let's call it a person. Each person has a name. So let's create a field called name and another field called info. Okay, and now we are going to create a method. So we are going to use the public access modifier. This is going to be actually the constructor. The constructor is a special method, as I said. That is the first to be called whenever a new object is instantiated. So traditionally, the name of the constructor is the same as the name of the class. So public person, and it is going to have a parameter, a string typed parameter. So, and it is going to be person name. Okay. And now let's say, so we have a field called name, and we are going to assign a value which is going to be the parameter of the constructor. So person name. Okay. Now we have a field called info, and the value of, we are going to assign a value to this field, and let's say this is, and let's concatenate the name field. And let's output the info. So let's use the console class, the writeLine method, and let's use the info field. Okay, so now comes the instantiation. So let's say person P, let's call it P for short, is equal to new person. Now let's assign a value to the parameter of our constructor. So let's say Adam. And last but not least, let's output. So we're going to use the console class, the writeLine method. So let's output Adam says hello. Okay, so now let's run this app. This is Adam. Adam says hello. Thank you for watching.